Hi, Shane here. You're watching Sam for God. This is Mark. Check her out.
So hi guys, how are you doing? Today I want to talk about one of the many restaurants in Disneyland Paris. And it's going to be the start of a series, I think, on this channel where in every episode I'm going to talk about a different restaurant because I love food and I love Disneyland Paris. And in the past couple of years I've been going to Disneyland Paris so often, I've been lucky enough to have gone to the majority of the kind of main restaurants in Disneyland Paris. And so I thought, why not just share my opinions and thoughts on them with you, let you know which ones are my favourites, what the atmosphere is like, what it looks like, what the menu is like, what the food's like, everything else, so that if you go, you can decide whether this restaurant's a good one for you or not. Anyway, so today's restaurant, as you can probably see by the title, is Agrabah Café. Now, Agrabah Café is a buffet style restaurant and is located in Adventureland. It costs about 32 euros for an adult to eat and drink there, and about 18 euros for a child. And if you've got a dining plan, it falls under the standard category. So yeah, I went to Agrabah Café for the first time as an adult in January of 2017. I went there probably around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we went there for lunch, obviously. And the first thing I noticed is just the theming. Like, the theming for this restaurant is spot on. As soon as you enter, even before you've entered, like from the outside, it just looks fantastic. As soon as you step in, you're immediately taken into the kind of dark, goldish era of the Middle East. And as somebody who is partly Middle Eastern, I'm half Iranian if you didn't know, it's really nice to be able to see a culture that's quite similar to mine represented in my favourite place in the world, really. The details that you see everywhere is just incredible. Like, if you go inside this restaurant, make sure you look around everywhere. The ceiling, the walls, the floor even. There's just so much to look at and every little thing is there for a reason. There's several rooms in there as well, so it's quite a big restaurant which doesn't actually look it from the outside, but when you go in there you're like, wow, it's really spacious, and all the different rooms have kind of slightly different themings as well and have different props in some of them. It feels kind of exotic in a weird way. So yeah, as far as the theming goes, it's fantastic. Now the food. As I said earlier, Agrabah Café is a buffet restaurant, which means that you kind of pay the standard 30 euros or whatever it was, and with that you can eat as much as you want. It's kind of like an all-you-can-eat buffet. That includes the main course, starters, salads, whatever, and also desserts. Now here is a selection of stuff that was available there when I went. Just looking back on these is making me really hungry. Now when I went there, I had some kebabs, a bit of rice, some bread, I also had some chicken, some hummus, and a bit of yogurt as well. But the options there are endless, and if you're not a picky eater like I am, there's so much for you to try in that restaurant. And it's great that it's a buffet because you can just try a bit of everything and expand your horizons when it comes to tastes. Everything honestly looks great. The only reason I didn't try too many of the things was because number one, I wasn't that hungry, and number two, I'm not the best with spicy food, so I was just a bit scared that some of them might be spicy. But I don't think any of the stuff there was that spicy, to be honest, because at the end of the day it's catering to a European culture and we're in Disneyland, so nothing's going to be like too spicy. But yeah, the chicken that I had was fantastic, the kebabs were amazing, the bread was great, the yogurt, the rice, everything, all the food that I had was great. I wouldn't go as far as saying it's the best kind of Middle Eastern food I've ever had, because I've been lucky enough to have had some much better ones elsewhere. However, as a standard kind of low budget buffet meal in Disneyland Paris, I thought it was excellent. It was definitely worth the money, especially when you're in Disneyland Paris and most of the buffets there tend to have the same old stuff like chips and chicken nuggets and pasta and just stuff that are good and tasty, but when you see them everywhere they can get a bit tedious and the same. So for me, I just think it's really nice to have this restaurant here where you can taste things that are slightly different, just have a bit more oomph to them and just don't taste as bland perhaps as the standard stuff that you can get elsewhere. So yeah, I'd recommend the food. I'd definitely recommend the atmosphere because just the theming itself was amazing, and there's music playing as well, and because it's really spacious in there, like, it doesn't really feel crowded. It's a good kind of atmosphere. You have enough people around you, but also they're not so close to you that you feel claustrophobic and like a bit annoyed because you can hear their conversations. The service, from my one experience, was okay. It wasn't amazing. Obviously it's a buffet restaurant, so you're kind of responsible to get your own stuff. However, with drinks and stuff, you order them and they bring you to the table. I thought it was okay, the service. They did take a while with some of the stuff that we ordered, like I think my dad wanted a coffee after our food and that took a while. And also before we went in, because you have to actually pay for what you want before you get seated because it's a buffet restaurant, and that took quite a long time for us. I don't know why. We had a reservation, it really wasn't that long of a queue, but for some reason there was only one person at the till, so it took her a long time to get through people, unfortunately. So I wasn't a big fan of that, but that's not a big issue, and maybe they just were low staffed that day or something, because once I got through and saw the food and everything else, I was just like, I am loving life right now. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Agrabah Café if you're visiting Disneyland Paris. It's not open all the time as far as I'm aware. Some months, especially the colder months of the year, it can be closed randomly, or sometimes it's only open like during lunchtime and not open later on in the evening unless it's summertime. So do make sure that it's open before you plan to go there or make a reservation. But yeah, these are my thoughts on Agrabah Café. It's a place I would definitely recommend and definitely go back myself. I think next time I go I'll try and eat some more of the stuff there and just be a bit more adventurous, because everything there honestly looked amazing, and the desserts selection as well. There were baklavas there and loads of other kind of Middle Eastern desserts. Everything looked delicious. Now I don't really want to give a rating as per se, but I would say that Agrabah Café is a good restaurant. Especially when it comes to buffet restaurants, I'd say it's definitely one of the best. The quality of the food is good for what you pay. There's a good selection and the theming is just phenomenal, especially if you love Aladdin. Like, if you love Aladdin and you've not been to Agrabah Café yet, you need to change that ASAP. But yeah guys, that's the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed this. Leave comments down below and let me know if you've been to Agrabah Café before, or if you're planning on going anytime soon. Let me know if you're excited about this new series on my channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye!